Web layer tests in ThousandEyes evaluate how applications and websites respond to user requests at the application layer. They measure availability, response times, and overall user experience when interacting with web services. ThousandEyes provides several types of web layer tests, including HTTP server, page load, FTP server, API, and transaction tests. This video focuses on HTTP server, page load, and FTP server tests. Let's start with a quick overview of each test type. HTTP server tests provide availability, server response codes, and redirect details, helping confirm that a target web server is reachable and responding correctly. Page load tests go beyond this by simulating a complete browser session. They capture the loading process of each page element, such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and images, and present detailed timing data using waterfall charts. FTP server tests measure file transfer performance, including availability, response time, throughput metrics, and FTP reply codes. These tests provide visibility into how end users experience applications and services, helping you quickly identify and resolve performance bottlenecks. Let's take a closer look at page load tests. The page load test measures the in-browser user experience and can detect problematic elements, like images or other components that may fail to load correctly. The test tracks browser performance when accessing content from multiple providers that a page depends on for data retrieval. Page load tests help you gain insights into individual page objects rather than the full transaction or user journey. They highlight DOM page load time and object load metrics. The Views page is divided into 3 panels: the top panel, the primary panel, and the secondary panel. In the top panel, you'll find the test selector and the drop-down menu for agents. By default, no specific selection is made, so the values you see are aggregated across all agents. If you want to review data for a specific agent, use the drop-down to select that agent. The primary panel displays the available view layers, the metric selector, and the timeline. Within the page load layer, the primary metric is the page load time. When no specific agent is selected, the primary panel shows the average page load time across all agents. If you select an individual agent, you'll see both that agent's page load time and the overall average. This allows you to easily compare performance across different agents. The secondary panel includes the Map, Table, and Waterfall tabs. The Map tab shows the global locations of the vantage points running the test. If no agent is selected, it shows average DOM load and page load times as bar graphs and numeric values. If agents fail to report, for example due to a timeout, a warning appears in the Details panel. The Table tab lists detailed agent data, including collection time, page size, number of page objects, and both DOM and page load times. This provides a complete view of performance across agents. The Waterfall tab displays a timeline of how page elements load. After each test round, an HTTP archive file is generated, which is visualized here. This allows you to see the order, timing, and source of every object like images, scripts, and CSS files. In the waterfall, you can inspect objects in detail. Hovering over an object shows attributes like HTTP method, target IP, and response code. Clicking on headers reveals full request and response headers. This level of detail makes it easy to spot resources that failed to load correctly or that took too long, which are often the root cause of page performance problems. Since page objects may come from different domains and providers, the waterfall chart helps when investigating the reasons behind slow load times. The HTTP server test is designed to measure the availability and responsiveness of a website or web application. It provides 3 key metrics. Availability tells you whether the website is accessible. For each agent, availability is 100% if the HTTP status code returned is in the 200 or 300 range, and 0% otherwise. When aggregated across all agents, the result gives you an overall availability percentage. Response time, or time to first byte, measures the time from when the request is initiated before DNS resolution until the first byte of the server's response is received. This helps you understand how quickly the server is reacting to requests. When reviewing response time, you can switch to the Table tab in the secondary panel for a more detailed breakdown. The table shows each agent along with the destination server's IP address, the timestamp of data collection, and performance data across every phase of the request. This includes DNS time, connection setup, SSL negotiation, server wait time, and the overall response time. By looking at these details, you can quickly identify where delays are happening in the connection process. For example, whether the bottleneck is in DNS resolution, SSL handshake, or the server's own response. Throughput is calculated by dividing the total amount of data received by the time it takes to receive it. Expressed in megabytes per second, it reflects how much content is successfully delivered during the test. If you haven't selected a location, the computed averages are shown for various phases of the HTTP connection, including DNS, connect, SSL, send, receive, and HTTP. These phases provide a comprehensive view of how an HTTP connection is established. The network overview provides 3 fundamental metrics that help you evaluate the health of the network. Loss indicates the percentage of packets that never reach their destination. High packet loss can cause slow connections, application errors, or even dropped sessions. Latency is the average time it takes for data to travel between endpoints. Increased latency can point to congestion, inefficient routing, or distance-related delays. Jitter measures the variation in latency over time. Even when average latency looks fine, high jitter can severely impact real-time applications like voice, video, or virtual desktop sessions. These 3 metrics give you a quick snapshot of overall network performance and are often the first indicators of connectivity problems. The path visualization view shows a hop-by-hop map of how traffic flows between the source agent and the target. This makes it easy to pinpoint potential problem areas, whether they're inside your private network or across the public internet. By seeing exactly how traffic is routed, you can quickly identify where issues like loss, latency, or routing changes are introduced. The BGP Route Visualization complements this by showing how data is routed across the internet at the Border Gateway Protocol layer. It provides visibility into routing paths from multiple monitors around the world, making it easier to troubleshoot issues caused by misconfigurations or changes in internet routing that prevent traffic from reaching its destination. The FTP Server test measures the performance and availability of file transfer services. It provides 3 key metrics: availability, response time, and throughput. Availability is the percentage of time that the site is available, aggregated across all agents. Selecting availability as the primary metric shows a breakdown by error type on the Map tab, along with any active alerts. Possible error types by phase include DNS, connect, negotiation, transfer, FTP, and content. The Table tab shows information for each of the agents used in the test, which includes agent name, date and time that the data was captured, target IP address, as well as FTP error type and error details if applicable. Response time is the time elapsed from the beginning of the request until the agent receives the first byte of the response from the server. Choosing response time as the primary metric displays the computed averages area on the Map tab, which contains the response time and throughput averages from all agents that completed the test, and a pie chart breaking down the response into DNS lookup, connect, negotiation, and wait times. If you hover over the chart slices, tooltips show the individual timing averages. The Table tab displays information for each of the agents used in the test. This includes the agent name, the date and time when the data was captured, the total response time, and the components of the response time: DNS time, connect time, SSL time, and wait time. Throughput is the actual rate at which data is successfully transferred over an FTP connection. It's calculated as total wire size divided by the receive time. Switching to throughput as the primary metric shows the computed averages area on the map, which contains the response time and throughput averages from all agents that completed the test, and a pie chart breaking down the throughput into connect, negotiation, wait, and transfer times. Hovering over the chart slices displays tooltips with individual timing averages. The Table tab displays information for each of the agents used in the test, which includes the agent name, the date and time the data was captured, total throughput, and detailed timings. DNS time, connect time, negotiation time, wait time, transfer time, and total time. The FTP Server test helps ensure that your file transfer services are not only available but also performing efficiently across different locations. We've now explored the Views interface for page load, HTTP Server, and FTP Server tests. Understanding how to navigate these views helps you quickly locate the metrics and visualizations you need. Whether you're drilling into waterfall details, comparing agent performance, or troubleshooting network paths. Thanks for watching.